we were founded in the 1960s by the Young family, and really we're best known for our mechanical wind monitor, which has been around for decades across numerous different types of applications. Customers really appreciate it because of its ruggedness, how accurate it is, and for essentially for how long it can be out in the field without having to physically do anything to it.
This is Greg Troutwine with Maritime Reporter TV, and we're here in New Orleans. We're at the International Workboat Show. We're very pleased to be joined by DiFilippo and Gabe Denton of RM Young Company to talk about this historic company and its products for the maritime sector. So, I see up behind me that you're celebrating 60 years. I'm sure most watching this know the RM Young name, but just to start us off, can you give me a brief overview of the company and its history and its offering?
Absolutely. So we were founded in the 1960s by the Young family. And really, we're best known for our mechanical wind monitor, which has been around for decades across numerous different types of applications. And we manufacture everything in-house in Traverse City, Michigan. And we've been proud to do this for decades.
Okay, no, that's interesting. I mean, that's excellent. And again, you have interesting looking kit here on the stand. That's what this show is all about. Now, you said the mechanical wind monitor, and I believe you called it the workhorse when we were talking about it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the product, where it's used, and what's unique about it?
Absolutely. So this, of course, is used across diverse applications, right? And customers really appreciate it because of its ruggedness, how accurate it is, and for essentially for how long it can be out in the field without having to physically do anything to it. And what makes it unique for the marine application is how this is constructed. And I'll let Gabe talk about some of the technical sides.
Yeah, so this model here that we have is actually an alpine model. So this comes designed for marine use. And the way that we do that is it's beefed up in the sense of the cable assembly is a potted pigtail cable assembly, and this is all watertight around here. So it's great to put on the mast. Salt spray isn't going to intrude into the electronics at all. And then, of course, we have a different pitch propeller on this, less revolutions per minute, less wear and tear on your bearings, longer shelf life. Last but not least, the bearings. Typically we have stainless steel bearings inside of our sensors. This sensor is going to have a ceramic set of bearings, and they're slightly larger. Again, just to reduce the wear and tear and allow our devices to be in the field as long as possible.
No, Gabe, that's awesome. So, I mean, obviously you have the piece of kit that I believe it the ResponseONE Pro. That's in front of Gabe. I mean, as both of you know, in the marine business, knowing the weather, predictably knowing the weather is critical to efficient and safe operations. So what exactly is the ResponseONE Pro?
Yeah, so the ResponseONE Pro is a multi-parameter station, if you will, and it has the ability to do wind, temperature, humidity, and pressure.
Yeah, so the ResponseONE Pro, this is an all-new model. We had a similar model, the 92,000. We've since replaced that. The trick with ultrasonic sensors is typically to calibrate them, they need to come all the way back to the factory. So that was the roadblock, and our way to fix that roadblock was to have an internal sensor stick, and it is as simple as unscrewing a light bulb and screwing a light bulb back in. So there's a small port underneath the radiation shield here, and then it comes with these tools. You pull the sensor and the stick out, throw that in the garbage, replace it with a new one, put it back up on your mast, virtually zero downtime. So typically when I have customers coming and asking me, oh, do I want an ultrasonic or do I want a mechanical? Both are great options. It's just all a matter of trade-offs. The ultrasonic, like I said, can be more difficult to service in the field. The mechanical sensor, extremely simple. You need a new nose cone. You can just unscrew that, screw a new one in, no downtime. And that was how we improved on our older ResponseONE model and now have the 93,000.
Yeah. Well, I think as both of you guys can attest, anybody in the marine environment, they don't want anything that's tricky to fix. So I'm sure that's very appealing. So, just to conclude, Ed, when you look at the market, obviously we're in New Orleans for the Workboat Show. Obviously, you go across multiple sectors. When you look at the market today in general, what opportunities do you see?
Yeah, so I think we're in a really unique position, right? Because you have legacy customers who want to use, I think you said earlier, the workhorse. So we have that application. That market's still growing for us, right? And then you have customers who say, hey, I want an all-in-one. And to Gabe's point, they want an all-in-one where there's virtually no downtime. And so that's where we really see the market also going, is a continuous running solution that has zero to very little downtime.